No breaks, no filters. This is Life is Fast. I'm your host, Steve. Let's dive right in. On tonight's episode, we're here with Tara and Morgan Moore. They're out of Michigan, and they run the D14 series of ATV. We're going to get their perspective tonight on a work-life balance. Ladies, how you doing?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Doing good. So, introduce yourself. This is going to be, like I spoke about, it's going to be a really genuine conversation because I have no clue about anything about you guys. So it's going to be a good one. I'm going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot, and it'll be a good interview. So go ahead, introduce yourselves, and give us a little bit of background of how you got started into racing, Morgan.
Well, first it was my brother and my dad were racing, and
How
then
about you start with how old you are, where you're from? Man,
I'm
you're already messing
16.
up this interview.
Not good with them. I'm 16. I'm from Grant, Michigan, and I'd say I got into moto from mostly my dad because he's the one who races quads, and he seen that I'd be good in it, and he was like, "You should get into it." So we got me what was
First one, wasn't it the 250?
no, it was a Raptor 350, I believe. I think. Yeah. I raced Morelands on that for a little, and then one of the practice races at Morelands, my dad told me to take his carbureted, was it 2004?
Yeah.
4 out, and I realized I liked the 450s better, and I felt slow on the 350. So I eventually took that, and I think he's still mad at me for that.
No, you took the new one that he bought.
I took both.
Yeah, she took both.
Oof.
He buys
You're
himself a new
stingy.
quad. Yeah, buys himself a new quad. He was so excited about it. I think he had it for a month before she took it over.
Yeah, the
You're
04
selfish.
blew up, and then we were like, oh, well, I'm more important than dad, so I gotta keep racing.
Touche.
And I took his R. He
Touche.
still hasn't got it back.
Yep, he probably won't ever get it back.
Nope.
I had a 05 660, so that was my baby. Actually, that was my dream quad for literally 20 years, and I got rid of my motorcycle. I traded it straight up to this kid. It was literally like you could eat off of it. That's how clean this bike was, and now I don't have it anymore.
You'll get it again. I believe in you.
I just got to walk next door. My neighbor bought it. Yeah, I know. You got to move on to bigger and better things, so whatever. But yeah, it's right around the corner. He wrecked it the first day he rode it, too. I was very pissed off. I know. He was out trail riding with the boys, and somebody was coming the opposite way and didn't slow down and came around the curve, and he ended up having to swerve and freaking hit a tree.
That sounds
He's
familiar.
like, we'll get to that story clearly in a second. But yeah, he called me. He's like, yo. I said, what did you do? He's like, I already wrecked this shit. It's like, seriously? He's like, yeah, I already put it into a tree. Fucked up the grill, the light, the fence. I'm like, oh my God, dude, seriously? Like, you don't even have the bike for a day? You know what I mean?
Right. Ugh.
That's skill.
Back to your tree story.
For Morgan, she had her dad and her twin brother that were both racing. The twin brother was doing dirt bike, dad was doing quad. So she was always at all the motos with me, and she'd putz around on the bikes in between, but didn't go out there and race, didn't really get into it right away. So it wasn't really until she started just, oh, I'm going to go out for a practice. I want to try and do a lap, until she really got to see what it can do and how much fun it was. And she was hooked pretty quickly. We just had to warm her up to it.
Switch from horses to
She did,
horsepower.
yep.
I mean, still horsepower to
Yeah.
horsepower, just
Yeah,
different kind.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have had more horsepower before. I don't know.
Not on these horses.
Ours are a
What do you got?
little
Little
old now.
little Shetland ponies or something?
I have had those.
Thank God we got rid of that.
Hey, I miss Rowdy.
What's the matter
He's
with
the
a
best.
Shetland pony? Yeah, they're so
They're
cute and
mean.
adorable. They're Steve
mean.
sized.
Yeah,
I'm not a
they
big
are.
guy. They're
They're
Steve
mean little
sized.
things.
The
I
big
don't know
ones
if
can
it's
be
like
just as mean.
this. Is true. That is true.
Yeah,
I made sure
especially
every one of them was fat.
why? So they would be slower.
Yes.
You ever seen a 300-pound lineman run? They can hustle. So
Fair
don't
enough.
think just because you made the horse fat. Mom,
they
did
know
you
where
race
food was.
or ride at all?
I didn't actually.
No.
I didn't.
Okay.
I was more on the horse side of things. I've done all
Okay.
the equestrian things with everybody.
You have. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do rodeos. I would say, in a sense, we're a family that started from being adrenaline junkies in some way, shape, or form. Um, I would say probably 10 years ago, I would have never seen us doing this. I would think we would still be doing rodeos, 4-H,
7.
fair. Yeah,
7 years.
but it all
Nice.
converted. I think I found I like this better. Believe it or not, the people are
Nice.
much better. Yep.
I mean, yeah, because, according to those couple episodes of Full House, you equestrian people sure can get feisty.
And that's a very true statement. I will say
Yeah.
that. There kind of took the fun out of it in the end there for a lot of us. It wasn't
Yeah.
as fun.
Morgan's like,
So it's a
what the
good
heck is
move.
Full House?
Yeah. Being
I know. Trust me, I know.
yeah,
Did
only
you see
because of
that? Did you
TikTok.
see those episodes, though? Because that's when Michelle falls off and then gets amnesia and doesn't remember who she is. And that was during the date night for DJ. She didn't make her prom. Just saying.
How can you remember this?
Typical life in the
I'm
90s.
old.
I can't
I'm
remember what I
old.
did yesterday.
You know what's funny is my son is 11. I just had this conversation with him, too. Yeah, he's 11, turning 12. And I'm 40. And I was talking to a buddy, and we were talking about old shows. And he was telling me that Paramount TV has some of the old school shows. So we started talking about it, whatever. I don't know. Mom, are you around? You're around my age, probably,
Yep,
I would
I'm
say.
40. Yep, same
Okay.
age. Yep.
So I'm going to rattle off a few cartoons. Tell me if you know them. All right. David the Gnome. Clearly you don't. Gummy Bears.
Not the gummy bear.
Fraggle Rock.
You gotta okay, let me backtrack a minute. I had 3 channels growing up, 3, 8, and 13, and the marching ants. So if they weren't on those, that was all I got.
Okay, so we're just going to skip ahead to my fun point.
You must have had cable. You were one of those rich kids, weren't you?
No,
I didn't have the cable or the satellite or anything.
definitely was not a rich kid. Definitely not. But on Nickelodeon, there was a show called Salute Your Shorts.
Yep.
I recommend
Yes.
it. Watch. Okay, so yep, Donkey Lips and all that. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen that show in God knows how many years. It was one of
Yep.
my favorite.
Yep.
Found it
same.
on Paramount. Shit you not, I sang every word to that song, and my son looked at me and said the same thing that you just did, Morgan. How do you remember that?
Yep.
As you watch something enough
Yep.
for years?
Did he give you that look like you were an alien?
Yep, pretty
Yep,
much.
yep.
Yep. But
Yeah, you
yes,
get that a
I
lot.
get Yep.
I sang every word to that damn song. You'll have to look it up. Show her. You gotta show her all these good shows. But yeah,
What's sad
salute.
is my biggest memory of TV shows when I was a kid was Little House on the Prairie. Me and my grandmother
We're
watched
going back now.
Yeah, that's what she liked to watch. So
Okay.
she's the one who had cable in my family, so that's what her and I watched.
Okay.
Isn't that
What about
unfortunate?
Swiss Family Robinson? That was a good one
Sounds
back in the day.
sounds familiar, and I
Lived in the
don't know.
tree house.
That does sound
Lassie.
really familiar. Oh, yep. Yep.
Yep.
Actually, my first dog's name was Lassie when I was like 5. Yep.
Dennis the Menace
Yep. Yep.
was a good one. Morgan, have you heard of any of
Morgan,
these?
you're gonna have to look up some. Yeah, she's like, God, no.
I
She's
got
like,
more research to
no,
do.
you're showing your age.
Oh,
Denver
yeah.
the Last Dinosaur, another great show.
That
I
one
was singing
sounds
that
familiar.
song too. That was a great show. Look them up. I'll send you a list. I'll send you a whole list of
There
what
you
you need to
go.
look up.
It's just gonna be a whole paragraph that's just gonna keep
Yep.
going.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll
Can
just
hit 3 a.m.
continue to
I
see the
find
dots
this.
going. I'm sitting here typing for 3 hours. Yeah, a lot of good shows. But anyway, let's get back into racing. You guys are up in Michigan. You're with D14. How did you hear about me? Let's get a little. Did you ever hear my name before your banquet?
No.
Or no? That's disappointing. We'll have to change that.
Well, actually, no. I think we have, which I don't want to say like know what it is, because D14 had posted something on it on the page, I think a few months prior. I don't know if it was maybe that you did a
Probably.
spot, you know what I mean, like a spotlight on something, but I do remember them sharing something of yours. It was probably 3 months before the banquet, knowing what it was.
Yeah, I think I posted something in there. Once I
Yeah.
finalized my schedule, I
Yep.
think I made a
Yep,
post
I was
on the
gonna say
page.
because that would be when I first heard of it. But the
Gotcha.
whole podcast things, I feel like, are still something that's new, and I feel like coming back around, which they should be, because a lot of them are a lot educational, and kids can learn
Mhm.
about history and big riders. I think it's good to still
Yeah.
have them moving around instead of just the junk that's on TV.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You
Let's
know,
not even get
just
started with that.
exactly.
I hate
Exactly.
junk on TV.
Morgan, this is why I was talking about the old school stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate the junk on TV too. I'd like to go
Yeah,
back.
it's there's some of the stuff my son tries to watch, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, change
Yep.
it.
Yep.
We don't need all this new age stuff. We
Yep.
won't get into in the shit that you're watching. Thank you. But go back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He just asked me last night. He's like, "Do you want to watch it?" I was like, "No, I'm busy, dude. Like I got work to do."
Yep.
And then we were eating at dinner, and he said something about it. I was like, "How did you even know it's the original?" He's like, "Because it said the original, and it was from like 1950." I'm like, "Dude, it was
Yeah.
not that old."
Right. Oh, yeah. I still get that one
He's
old.
he's a whippersnapper. But so you never heard about me? I mean, you obviously will now. I did donate a few things to your banquet. I know our D6 banquet is just insane. It's a really good time. Now, I did see a picture from you guys. How many people were at this banquet? Because it looked like there wasn't a lot of people, at least in comparison to ours. So is
Honestly,
D14
I didn't
a
think
really
there was a
small
lot of
district?
it, I feel like it's really not. I don't think it's a huge district. It's not.
I mean, no, it's not as big as like other districts I've seen or like the
I feel like
bike
it's a
district.
smaller scale
Hmm.
one.
Yeah, it's definitely a smaller scale. I mean, everyone knows everyone there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gotta say something.
But I
Yeah.
also feel like this year in particular, it was kind of a rough, I don't want to say a rough year, but we had some tracks that dropped out without kind of warning and things had to get shuffled around. And I feel like that didn't really work for everyone. So I feel like this banquet this year was a lot smaller than at least what the pictures look like from last year. And I just feel like
Gotcha.
that's because of scheduling and the way certain tracks pulled out and the way
Mm,
certain things went.
gotcha. Yeah. I mean, we're not ginormous, but we host our banquet with the bikes of the same district. And I wish I would have had a picture. I'm sure I can find some anyway, but
See, the
just
D14 like
hundreds of
dirt
us.
bike banquet is shoot 4 or 5 times bigger.
Yeah,
It's kind
it's
of ridiculous,
Okay.
ginormous.
but I do know this year they had some record numbers for newcomers coming into the district, which is
Nice.
awesome to have. Because I think at one point at the banquet, I think she said something about they had 25% more turnout rate than what they
Nice.
had the previous year. So even though they weren't running the full series, at least they were getting out there and starting to see what the series is about to see if they want to commit to it next year. So
Gotcha.
hopefully it's bigger next year.
Yeah. You know what? I talked about it a little bit on one or two of my other episodes. The one quad series, NEATV, I think that's the one, is no longer. Where
Yep.
D6, there's quite a few people that were already running both series.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
hoping we get a lot of them
Yep.
this season to come out and run our D6 series. I know quite a few of our guys would run, the NEATV as well when it's an off
Yep.
weekend for us. You know,
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. I've said it so many times on here. It's hard enough as a photographer getting to all these damn races. It is expensive as hell with gas and tolls and prepping with, even just food and your camper and all that
Yep.
sort of stuff. Thank God I don't have, all these gate fees and class fees and
Oh, yeah. It
that
is
racks up, especially if you're running multiple series.
multiple. Yep.
Most of you guys run national and your local districts.
Yep.
It gets up
It is.
there,
It
that's for
is.
sure. I don't know how
It's
you guys do it.
astronomical.
Yeah, and that's all part of my podcast is work-life balance. I mean, that goes
Yep.
right into it. We'll get into that a little bit at the end. That's usually when I get into that. But yeah, it's hard, but I think this season the new districts that have never seen me are about to see me and what I do.
Awesome.
I've never been to Michigan. I've never been to Ohio. So I'll be at Briarcliff, Baja Acres,
Nice.
Budge Creek.
Ooh, Baja.
That's semi close. It's only about 3 hours for me.
Yep.
I've been there a bunch of times. I love it. Pleasure Valley, that's a hike, but I'll be there as well. So I believe it's the last 4 races for the Nationals is what I'll be at. Two of them,
Nice.
two of them intertwined with our D6, which is the Buds and the Pleasure Valley, and
Yep.
the other 2 is I just want to keep expanding. So I'm
Yep.
making the
Absolutely.
drive. The one, I think it's Briarcliff. The weekend before Briarcliff, I have our furthest west D6 race at Tri-City Raceway, which is actually one of our racers. That's their track. They made that track. They purchased the track, which was an oval sprint car track, and they
Wow.
have a motocross track now in the middle of it. It's really sick.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
it's sick. You guys should come out if you don't have a race. There's no race that weekend. Yeah,
I
it's
might.
Where's
in
that? Where's that one at? You
it's
said
Franklin, PA, I think. Franklin,
Okay.
PA. I want
don't
to say
think that's
Franklin,
Pennsylvania.
too
PA.
far.
Yeah, I don't know how. Maybe I don't.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to Google it because
it's
I'm not good
like
directions wise.
between Pittsburgh and Erie. So
Okay.
it's all the way west of PA.
Yeah.
We'll have to make that
But
drive.
yeah, so
Fun.
that's actually the weekend before Briarcliff, so I'll be there, and then I'm not
Okay.
driving all the way home. I'm just staying
I was
there.
just gonna say that. Yeah, I would because then just
Yep.
head to Briarcliff or
Yeah,
Michigan.
it's exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably it's
think
it'll be
Briarcliff's Ohio.
Briarcliff
No.
because Baja is
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Briarcliff. Yeah, so I'll
Oh,
actually
Baja.
be at Tri-City, and I'll
Yep.
stay
And
there a
then
couple days. I'll probably do some shooting with Jaden Schiffer, who was on one
Yep.
of my episodes. I'll probably do some podcasting with him and some videos and stuff for a day or so, and then head out to Briarcliff early, try and get in there and check out the area because, like I said, I've never been to Ohio, so I'm kind of looking forward to a vacation.
Yep.
I don't know how much of a vacation Ohio can be.
Well, when you're from dirty Jersey, the armpit of America,
Fair enough.
it's a vacation to go west. So, and it'll be the end of the season. Maybe I'll get my hunting license at the same time.
There
I
you
gotta
go.
check to see
Why
what the
not?
seasons are.
Yep. Why not?
Maybe I'll
Shoot.
throw a big old buck in the back of my truck while I'm on vacation.
There you go.
Yeah,
Stock up on your food for the winter.
you know what? This past year, this is the first time, and I think I've been hunting 8 years, 9. What year? 2026. So yeah, somewhere maybe 8, whatever it's been. It's the first time I did not hunt a single day. I did not have the time
Yeah.
or the money. Just trying to catch up on bills.
Oh yeah.
The season is ridiculous, and my camper, I just bought that last season. So not only did I buy the camper, I gutted the damn thing and completely redid it to fit the way I needed it with my computer and editing and all that. And I
Yeah.
had I do on-site printing. I don't know if you saw that part of it yet. Oh yeah, because you won.
Yep.
Didn't you win one of
Yep.
my prints?
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
did.
She did. Yep.
Yep. So I do.
Which that's really cool.
That is.
Yeah. I'm actually working on something special this season. I'm working on it. If I get it to work, it's going to be still on-site prints. They will be large, 13 by 19. They will be framed. Not getting into what it is, though, until I can get some ducks in a row, but I'm working on something for that. But yeah, I mean, I got my printer, my Wi-Fi, my computer, my monitors, everything. Now this season, I'm trying to get all my podcast stuff shuffled in, so I'm completely redoing the entire camper again. Yeah, I've taken everything out. I have no
You're like,
heater.
my plate's not full enough. Let's just
Yeah.
load some more stuff onto it. Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
I ripped out everything that was propane in there, so I have no water heater in there with no stove, no refrigerator with propane, no heater with propane, nothing. I have brand new custom cabinet that's in there that I've been working on wrapping. My buddy's probably gonna end up painting it because the wrapping is just driving me nuts.
Yeah.
But I was tired of all the propane stuff.
Yeah.
Worked when I bought it, and then
Yep.
once the
And then
season hit, shit stopped working, and I'm like, oh my god! So I
know
ripped
that-
it
we know
all
that
out.
feeling.
Yep.
Yep. We know that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah,
Yep.
ripped
Doesn't even have
ripped
to be
it all
season
out.
and stuff won't work.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
man, I don't even know how I got into that whole part of the conversation,
No,
but whatever.
like I said, it's just crazy. It sounds just like ours, though. It's sad
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
spend all that
it's
money in it. You know what I mean? Like you think you get a good one. I
yeah,
don't know. It's kind of ironic how that seems
it
to work
is.
because it's everybody's story.
It's because
Everyone
sellers
we
know how
talk
to
to.
lie, but like not lie at the
Yeah.
same time now.
It's just not.
Yeah, and it's funny too because I was looking for a specific setup. I forget which camper it was I was trying to find, and I found one for a good price. I was paying all cash. I was about to drive to New Hampshire to buy it, and it was literally, I think, 3 or 4 days before I was supposed to go take the drive. And I just happened to be browsing through Facebook, and I shit you not, this camper that I bought was literally like 3 blocks from me. I was like,
Right
"Oh,
down the road.
man." Yep. I called. I was like,
Saves that
"Sorry,
trip.
not coming
Nope.
up to buy yours."
Nope. I'm gonna get the
Yep.
one in my backyard.
Yep. And it was clean. He was only the second owner, and he bought it from a guy that he knows that was very meticulous. So it was well
Yep.
taken care of, but that's just my luck is
That's
as soon as I get it,
well,
shit
I
starts
feel like,
breaking.
yeah, that's just how they
Yeah.
make them anymore. They're just, yeah, I don't know, they're made in a picture to look nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look
Then
at
you
ours.
go in
But
there and actually try to use everything in there, and it's, I don't know, it's so cheaply and inefficiently made that it's just all goes to heck real quick when you actually need it to work.
yeah. Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
And but yeah, my buddy Dan Neville, you'll see him at the races. He's got his own construction business, so he's helped me, fix some stuff and get some stuff going. And he helped me install the cabinets and stuff. But I still got to put some custom monitors in there and that sort of
Get it all
stuff.
set up.
Yeah, I got a 34-inch monitor that's going to be in there. Plus, I have somebody that's going to be doing the video work for me now this season. So I'm trying to make enough space on the countertop for him to bring his
Right.
laptop
Yep.
to
Well, you guys
do
got enough
that
room in
editing.
there.
Yeah. And then, like I
Yeah.
said, I got to fit my podcast stuff in there. I got to figure out where I'm mounting cameras and microphones.
Gosh, that's gonna be fun.
I know, because I got 4 weeks to finish.
Oh,
Yep.
That's getting
that's a little
down.
tight.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but we're going to try.
Yep,
We're
that's
going to
A
try.
for effort.
It's the
Like
hope
Yep.
that counts.
Yeah, yeah. So, we get back to your racing. Enough about my damn camper.
I was enjoying the
So,
story.
I won't shut up. I'll keep talking. This is supposed to be about you guys, not me. So, how many years have you actually been racing? What classes are you running this season? And
Yeah, I'd say
what
2.
track are you looking forward to the most for your local series and the national series?
I'd say I've been racing 2 years. This would be beginning of 3rd.
Yep.
What was the next question?
I'd say first year she didn't really do AMA.
Yeah, it
We
was just
did.
the short little, what do you call it, like pocket races?
Okay.
No, we did like one towards the end that was close to us. Wasn't it that bigger? You just kind of went and did one. But we did
Yeah,
Valley.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just kind of one to feel it out. She was doing SJO Supercross races, and I think you did Morelands that year. That was your first year.
Yeah, Morelands
so-
has always been included.
Yep. So smaller tracks that really are their own little entity, just kind of get her bearings, see if she liked it.
Mhm.
And then the second year was when she actually, which was last year, when she wanted to give it her all and see what she could really do in it.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the District 14, like their tracks, I definitely like them better than like the SJO. They were mini Supercross tracks.
Okay.
Morelands, it's okay, but like the track never changes, so you just get used to it.
Yeah.
After a while, it's just like
Yep.
I want change.
Once you master
Yes.
it, it's like you've mastered it. There's, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like that's it.
Yeah, that's a hard part when you're doing like a small local series that's at the same track. Like circle tracks, they don't care because all they do is take a left turn. But riding a quad in a or a dirt bike, I mean, you
Yep.
want to be different. You want to be able to handle,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing about like the off season. Like right now, I don't know how many people are at Decker's training right now, but
That place is
it's
amazing.
I have not
I
been
love it.
there. I still
Oh
have
my
not been there,
gosh.
but
You need to
I
go.
thought I know. Are you
I
gonna pay
mean,
for it? Because I mean, I do work for a living here, Morgan. It's not cheap
I don't
when you're
get the
having
money.
that.
I definitely,
Exactly.
if you ever can go, it is amazing. Melissa out there is amazing. I mean,
Everyone out
Yeah.
there
everybody's
is so nice.
nice and
Yeah.
welcoming. I mean, you don't ever want to leave. It's like your own little
No.
motocross paradise.
Yep.
It
Now,
really is.
this was your first year down there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were excited to see who?
Oh my
who
gosh.
who did I already know was down there?
No, who was the
Come
most
on.
person that you were excited to see?
Who
Come
are you
on now.
excited to see the most? The man, the myth,
Decker.
the legend.
No, the number one.
Oh yeah, Joel.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I hope he doesn't see this episode because you can't even remember his damn name.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Even though,
Oh, man.
granted, he was awesome, but Zach Decker was also super awesome. And I don't think she really planned on meeting Zach Decker down there, but
Mhm.
he was really cool to her too. And she realized that she thinks he's a sick rider too, because you always see all the videos of, I mean, he's holding the red plate for crying out loud. So it's
Yeah.
all over every social media outlet, which I get that he deserves it. But like you forget the other like good people until you're actually out there meeting them and you're like, oh yeah, this is this person. Oh yeah, this is really this person.
They're all sick. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
And I mean,
it's a whole different ball game when you're watching, like you were saying earlier, watching videos to
yes.
watching
Yep.
these guys in person. My first pro race was Pleasure Valley in 2022.
Yep.
That was the race. Again, I've said it on like 3 of my episodes.
Yep.
It was when Joel got a horrible start, forget what the hell happened, and by the time that race was done, he was like 10 or 12 seconds ahead of
Yep.
everybody and won. It was mind-blowing to watch these guys running. Same
Oh
with
yeah.
like actual supercross with the dirt bikes, you know,
Yep.
and those guys. First time I got to see them on a track. Again, it was
Yep.
just like, holy shit. Just videos and TV don't do those
Don't
things
know.
justice.
And like out at Decker, Joel and Zach, or Joel and shoot, Jaden, Joel and everybody, they were doing
Yeah.
their like
Keith was
little
down there. Yep.
hot laps, you know what I mean? Where
Yep.
they would
Yep.
go full blown moto for like 3, 4. You like immediately stop doing whatever you're doing and just laser focus on. It's like you're at a race. Like
I would just pull off
Yeah.
the track. I just pull off the track and I just watch
you
them and I'm
had
like,
to
oh my
Yeah.
god.
insane out there. St. Mason Jackson, all I mean, and
Yep.
they're just
Mason. Yeah.
going
Yep.
everything they can do, like a full on race. It was incredible to be able to see that every day.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they'd go out there and I'm like, okay, I gotta go sit. I gotta go watch. I gotta
Yep.
go learn from
Mhm.
them.
Just stop what you were doing and just
And
all
that's what it
eyes.
is. I don't know if you saw, who the heck was it? It was Brandon Hogue. Don't know if you saw his post, but he just made a post that he's doing.
The pit.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep. I did. I
Yep.
watched it. Yep.
Yep.
I was like,
That's
that's
what I was
so
gonna say.
cool.
It is. It's
Wait,
literally
no, I did
perfect.
see it. Yeah,
Personalized pit
I
pass
seen it.
thing. Yeah, it's really
Yes,
cool.
personalized pit pass,
Yep.
basically. Yes.
It was so
Yep.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad
So
he's doing that.
it's something to think about. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
exactly. And what an
Definitely.
incredible mentorship that is for a real race weekend. Like, not to just watch, but to be in their
Walk the
pit, to watch how they do everything. Yeah, exactly. How they're picking it apart, what their concerns are with the track or what they're looking forward to on it. What an incredible thing to share with an up and comer or a newcomer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. If I was racing, which I don't have the balls for that.
I'm with you.
You can
You
even
know,
ride the pit bike. It's
I
fine.
survived.
Yep.
Yes,
I
I survived. But it's different. Like, you have to go to school the next day, Morgan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What?
you don't really give a shit if you have to go to school the next day.
No.
That's
I am
true.
a grown ass adult. I have to go to work the next day. I got bills to pay. So a lot of that goes through my mind doing that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I've done some crazy stuff in my life. You know, I've driven extremely fast on motorcycles and sports cars, like high end, like Lambo, Ferrari stuff. I've jumped off a 150-foot rock cliff into a
I'm looking
quarry
at that.
when I
I'm not.
was, yeah. I don't suggest that.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was that particular quarry was on the news a couple years ago because it was a legitimate rock quarry. Obviously, not supposed to be there. It was up in New England, near where my grandmother lived, and I was, oof, I was young. I was 15, 16, 17, something like that, and I was with my older cousin, and he took me to check it out, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like, damn, that's far. Like, I ain't jumping in
Yep.
that." And there was one jump, like one cliff. They called it no balls, and they called it that because you have to, when you do it, you have to jump over and clear an actual tree that's growing in the side of this cliff. I hit it. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was freaking awesome. Did I do it again? Nope, I did not. But I did it.
Do when you're young.
Yep. But I did it at least once. And he
Yep.
actually
You
lied
can.
to me. He told me they've all done it, and they did not.
They didn't. Yeah.
No. So I was the one that did it though.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but it felt like forever getting back to the top of the water because you jump from that high, you're going far down.
Oh yeah.
But it was on the news because unfortunately another kid had died.
Trying to do the same thing.
Jumped in, couldn't get back to the surface, and drowned.
Well, that's
So
horrible.
that's why, Morgan, I do not suggest going into rock quarries at all.
There you go.
It goes to
lesson learned.
anybody. Don't
Yep.
do it.
Don't
Even
do
the
it.
blue holes in Jersey, don't do it. You could get really seriously hurt. Don't do it. Go to the ocean. Jump
Yep.
off a cliff there.
Yep.
Go to a high
There might be a
dive
shark.
pool.
Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah, there might be a shark,
Where it's
but
very
I mean,
deep, very deep.
go somewhere safe.
Yeah,
Do it
exactly.
safe. Do as I say, not as I
Not
did,
as I
please.
do.
Yes.
Man, you
Yes.
sound like my dad. It's no fun.
Well, I am a dad. Now, that does not mean I will let you have fun. I want my kid to ride motorcycles with me and have fun and go hunting and all that stuff. But I've done all the stupid stuff, so I'm going to forewarn him of said stupid stuff.
Right.
I'll
That's all we
show
can
him
do.
the smarter way to enjoy life and
Yep.
still be an adrenaline junkie. It's just there's a lot that's happened that happens every day. You
Yeah.
be stupid within reason.
Yep. That's right.
That's what I say. Not full stupid, just half stupid. You know, I'm sure.
Partial
I'm
stupid,
sure,
partial
Mom, you've
stupid.
done some stupid stuff, right? What do you mean? Name a couple things you've done that you've never told her. I'm putting you
Oh
on
my
the
God.
spotlight, Morgan. Keep your ears open because it's the only time you're going to hear it.
When I worked on the backside of a racetrack at 14, 15 years old with I call them the migrant farm workers that were there, and a lot of the younger kids, we would do we'd point a horse and just go jump on it in the paddock and see who could hold on the longest. It was like our version of bronc riding. What an
Nice.
absolute awful idea that was. I can't tell you how many injuries I had to hide from employers yeah, no, not a good idea. I mean, and it was
Nice.
something we did on our lunch break, like we were invincible. You know what I mean? It was the dumbest, stupid shit. I don't know how I survived. I don't know how I survived some of it. I really don't. I really, really don't.
Amen, sister.
Yep.
I've done some real dumb
Terrible.
shit, and even as a grown-ass adult, sometimes you know the way I would drive or ride on a motorcycle, I'm like,
You're
how
like,
the
how did
hell am
I
I
survive?
alive still?
Yeah.
Like, I've done some really stupid
Yeah.
stuff. Like, how am I? I'm like, whatever. Clearly, I'm not. It wasn't my
Better. How did I
time,
not
but
get caught? Like, how
yeah.
did I not
Oh
get
my
caught?
God. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You always get caught for the stupid stuff that
Oh,
is
yeah.
like, really? Like, that's
Yep.
what you're stopping me for?
Yep. Like, if
Compared
you'd
to
have stopped
like
me
when
10
you're
minutes before this when I was going over 100, okay,
yes,
I'll take
yes,
that 68.
yes. Now,
Straight out
mind
of
you,
the
it was well over 100 that
Yeah,
I did. I mean,
same.
I did probably way faster than you think that I
Yeah,
did.
I believe it.
Are you into motorcycles again?
I own one.
What do you what do,
Ask her what
what
she.
I
There
was
you
gonna
go.
say? What do you have?
2000 R6.
Yep, I'm
Gonna
in
give you.
trouble.
Okay, so
He's got to get out the water for this one. He's like, damn, now I'm getting nervous. Here we go.
okay. So first, I'll say how fast have you been on it? Of course,
I've
on
actually
closed professional roads.
I
How
have
fast?
I was gonna say she just bought it though too, so it's
Okay.
new. We're going into the summer, so
I bought it in October.
Okay.
November I ended up getting a ride on it and hit 96 on a back road with my dad behind me.
yeah,
I had an
Yeah.
06 Gixxer 600. Fast do you think I went? Now, mind you,
55.
also, it was stock. I didn't even have the muffler yet. How fast do you think I've gone? Of course, closed public or private roads. Wink, wink.
140.
180.
Almost. Yeah.
Horrible.
200?
170 miles an hour.
Jeez,
I was really close.
she was really close.
You were.
I was
170.
low.
And the reason I did it was because the first bike that I ever rode was my neighbor. My neighbor at the time, we won't say what his profession was. Probably shouldn't have let me do dumb stuff on his bike, though. We'll just say it that way. It was an '04 CBR F4i or something, whatever the heck it was. I forget. And I had never actually ridden on a motorcycle. Like, I knew what I needed to do with clutch,
Right.
brake, shift.
Yep.
I knew what you're supposed to do, but I had never been on a motorcycle. I had been on a quad and a dirt bike, not extensively, but enough that I could ride them.
Shift.
And
yeah.
he was like, "Here, wham!" Throws me the keys. I'm like, he's like, "Don't you know how to ride?" I was like, "I know what I'm
You're like,
supposed
yeah, oh,
to
yeah,
do."
absolutely.
And he's like, "Don't kill yourself." I was like, okay."
Solid advice.
And yeah, right, solid advice. Thanks, grown adult.
Solid. Absolutely.
I took off down the street. I didn't know how to
Yeah.
turn. I went to slow down and turn, and I didn't know how to turn, and I'm like almost dropping this bike. Get back, he's like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, I haven't even taken it that like gone that quick, that fast."
Jeez.
I was like, I mean, I didn't drop it,
You're like,
you
you
know.
told me to take it. I did.
You said don't die, I didn't die.
Exactly. You just told
Yep.
me don't kill myself. He had it for like a week, and he got rid of it and traded in for an '06 Gixxer, and it was a red one. And he let me borrow it anytime I wanted to take it out for a ride. And I fell in love with it. It was nice. And again, I'm not a big guy. I'm a short guy. I always wanted a ZX6R or a 66, but they're not comfortable for me. The CBRs, they weren't real comfortable. The Gixxer was very comfortable for my short stature, and I loved it. And I had to beat records. So I did 141 on that bike of his. Then it wasn't long. Got my motorcycle license, and I bought my Gixxer, same exact year, make, model, but I had I had the black, white, and silver one. And I was just cruising one day. And now, when you're on these bikes, as I'm sure your father will tell you, it's very easy to go freaking fast, just cruising up and down the highway or through town.
Speed limit.
Yeah.
I already don't know that in my truck.
And it was fresh pavement too. And I was like, I feel like going fast today. And I just downshifted, wham, cracked it, tucked and just gone. And I was like, all right, gotta go faster than I did. Bam, hit 145. I was like, all right, might as well keep going. Cars, there was not many on the
Yep.
road, but the ones that
Blink and
were,
they're gone. Ooh, where
they
would
could
that
see
gun
me.
go?
Yeah, they could see me. They would move over, plenty of time. Wasn't driving like a maniac, just very fast. I think it was by the time I think it was 160. That's when it started, like every mile per hour is I would notice. And it was digital dash as well,
Yep.
which I would only buy the digital dash when that was one requirement that I had. And it was everyone. I got to 170. I was like, I guess that's fast enough. I should probably slow
Yep.
down.
I should probably slow a little bit.
I slowed down to probably 140. And I look, it was a steady. I was like, oh, that's not good.
No. Nope.
And gone. And I was like,
Yep.
off the highway,
Fast
through
as you
town,
can.
through the bike in a buddy's garage. So I was like, all right, done for the day.
Yep.
Had my
That's it for the
fun.
night.
Yep.
Yep,
At
I'm
least you're on a
done.
bike, you
Yep.
can get away from them. You know what I mean? You can like weave in and out of things and kind of like, I don't know. I feel like you have a better
I
chance
never
of them
ran.
not being able to follow you.
I only got pulled over one time, but it wasn't even really being pulled over. It was I had just had my bike for a month, and I got pulled over at a like after going from a red light, because I took off quick. I mean, I just got the bike, having fun. I didn't
Yeah.
break the speed limit, but I got up to speed super quick, and there was a cop two cars behind me. So he pulls me over, whatever, pulls up next to me, like, come on, dude, like, you can't do that. I get it. You're having fun, blah, 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 but you make me look bad if I don't pull you over, even though you
Yeah.
weren't speeding. Be careful. Please don't be stupid. Have a good day. Okay.
There you go.
Appreciate you.
That's not bad.
Shit you not. 2 weeks later, I almost totaled that bike. Not from anything I was doing wrong. I was literally just going through my town, and I was trying to catch up to a bike to see if he wanted to go out and ride together. And there was a catty corner street, and there was too many cars, and there was a minivan coming out of the side street. And I saw it, and I was, starting to slow down. And it pulled out, it stopped, pulled out, it stopped. Third time, he was like, whoop, right across. I friggin' T-boned the shit out of him. Ask
Nope.
me what cop showed up.
That same one.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
First thing out of his
Chill
mouth.
cop.
Yeah, he's like,
He's
first
probably like,
first
should have
thing.
given you a ticket the first time, and maybe you'd be driving slow today.
I wasn't really speeding. I mean, it's 25. I was doing about 35. So I
Yeah.
wasn't like being stupid.
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
a little
True.
excited. But that was the first thing out of his mouth. How fast were you going? I said, honestly, I was no more than 35. Like,
Yep.
I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything
I
stupid.
wasn't
I'm
going
in,
like a rocket ship, dude.
yeah, I'm in town. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm gonna grab a drink.
He's
real
like,
quick.
you might want to think about getting a Harley now. All right, Morgan. Let's get back to real quick. I know you're going to race, nationals and stuff. What classes are you actually going to be running? I don't think we touched on that yet.
For sure, women's. I'm also hoping 14 plus, but it
Okay.
kind of just depends on how I like the tracks, in my opinion, if I want to race it that many times.
I mean, I get it, but it's also more practice against your competitors if you're just
That is true.
consistently running those classes. But I'm not the money. That's mom and dad.
Yeah, my wallets over here are the ones that mostly make that decision.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you do need to the wallet makes the decision. But speaking of money and bikes and all that stuff, do you have any sponsors that already help you out, or are you looking for sponsors? Give us some info on that.
Okay. I'm always looking for sponsors, but right now I have Green Ridge Realty, Flow Vision, MS Motorsports, and my mom and dad.
Nice. All right. Well, there you go. Tell people why they should sponsor you. Let's hear it. Put your resume into words right now on video and set up on paper. Not you, Mom.
Yeah.
This is practice for Mom. This is practice for
Mom,
her,
not right
Mom.
now. I'm forming into words.
What are grades in school? Do you do extracurricular stuff for school? Are you a good child to your wallet?
I'd say yeah. Let's see, where do I start?
How are your
Doesn't
grades
start
in school?
My grades are pretty good in school. I like to keep them up high, so then when I miss days for moto, it like balances it out. Luckily, I don't have that many classes, so it is also a plus. I don't do any like extracurriculars outside of school because I try to keep most of my time into moto and most of the money into moto.
What are your accomplishments? What are your what are your goals that you're setting for this season?
My goal this season is to make it to the I don't know is Loretta's doing quads again?
Here again.
Get to Briarcliff.
Yep.
Without just there's room, let's go. Actually feel like I made it through the year.
Okay.
This past year didn't really feel like it.
Gotcha. Have you had any setbacks with injuries? Knock on wood, obviously. Have you had any injuries in the past, or
I
knock on
have.
wood? Okay, let's hear it.
It wasn't even a D14 race. This part gets me really mad. I was at one of the local tracks, and first lap in, the guy in front of me hits this jump. I didn't know he was hitting the jump. I wasn't gonna hit the jump, but I was just going for it, and I cased it and flat landed on the roller of it, and it compressed my talus and shattered it.
Your what?
So the talus is the bone, there's your foot bones and then your
actual leg.
Yeah, your actual leg.
Okay.
There's a bone in between there where the rocking of your ankle starts. I
Okay.
shattered that.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about using fancy scientific terms. Could have just started with the bone between your foot and your leg, but
Yep.
whatever. Continue.
The doctor. Oh yeah, I dislocated my foot. It was not pretty. I didn't come off the quad though. I made it around the huge corner that was behind it and stalled up a jump and was clutching my ankle because I knew something was wrong. And my dad runs up to me and I thought he was one of the flagger guys, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And I was gonna go finish the race, but I went to stand up and I was like, I can't do it.
I can't stand, Dad.
And my dad was like, "Get off the track." And since it's my shifter foot, I couldn't shift it into neutral. I didn't even know what gear I was in. And I just pulled my clutch, and then my dad just pushed me off the track. And we went to the ambulance, the little ambulance I had there. And this is funny to me, honestly. They were like, "Okay, we're going to have to cut off your thigh-high socks and your riding pants." And I was like, no, I'm taking it off. And I took off my compression sock, not knowing I had a shattered and dislocated talus. Ankle bone, actually.
Probably would have helped to keep that compression sock on, but whatever,
Yeah. And they were like, "Okay," and I take it off, and they're just kind of looking at me funny because I'm half crying, and I'm just taking off the sock because I don't want it cut off.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Yeah, this is broken. We're not an X-ray, but this is broken." And I was like, "Thanks."
That's literally what they said. "We don't have an X-ray, but this is broken. But we
Yeah.
can't be sure, but this is broken."
We're pretty sure, but we're not sure. But
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
it's broken.
Exactly.
something
They're like,
doesn't look
"Yeah,
quite
we
right.
don't know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's a little bit off there.
Yeah, something's not lining up quite right. Meanwhile, your foot's all twisted. Man, so there you go. What the main goal, just like the rest of us, is to stay healthy through the whole season. There you go.
Yeah.
Now,
And the
how do you
bummer on
think you're
that
gonna
one.
do? Sorry, Mom. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're okay. I was gonna say the bummer on that one is I think she broke the ankle bone. What was it? Right after the second, was it the second D14 moto of that year?
No,
But
second.
they were having because a couple of tracks had dropped out or had a track had closed, I think, and they
Mhm.
had to shuffle everything around. They were having like it was a 6-week break because of that
Okay.
track closing
No,
down.
it was 3 months. So I only missed one actual race due to my ankle, and that
Okay.
was when I had just got switched into a boot. It was the first Baja race.
Gotcha.
And so that was a plus because I didn't completely miss out on the season,
Yeah.
technically, but
She just couldn't be 100%.
I still rode in
Gotcha.
the cast.
How close to Baja are you guys?
3 hours and 20 minutes. So
Okay.
it's on what it would be. It'd be the east side of the state, I believe, and we're all the way on the west side of the state. So not terrible. Shoot.
Gotcha. All right.
Once you
Well,
drive that 20-hour drive to Florida, everything else seems easy.
I go back.
easy breezy. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you drive it all down to Florida, Morgan, or were you lazy and just slept?
I would have, but my dad insisted on he was going to truck through it, so he didn't really let anyone drive until we were on the way home.
Yep.
And then I drove like an hour
You
or
guys
two.
drove a straight shot without like.
We stopped at a hotel on the way down for 5 hours. We got a hotel room, got in bed, slept for 5 hours, and then got right back up and hit the road.
Okay. Okay.
We were
I was
ready to
gonna
just
say,
be in
damn.
Florida. Yeah.
My dad was
Yeah.
a trucker, so he would have. He was like, guys,
What?
are we
There
getting
you
a
go.
hotel or am I going
That's
through
why
it?
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a long haul to go
It
straight
really
through.
is. It really is.
Nice.
Wasn't the truck giving dad like warnings?
Well, it was really windy, so he just felt like he was just
Okay.
constantly fighting the
Fighting.
tailwind.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's where it was just kind of like getting exhausting of it. It's feeling like you can't just relax and drive. You were constantly watching everything.
The
Yeah.
trailer was
That
also
was-
swaying.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
a little
in the
bit.
middle of a
Shit
winter
sucks.
storm.
Yeah. Yeah. We just got fucking hammered with like,
Yep.
I think around 15 to 20 inches.
I think we actually have
Ugh.
snow coming right now.
Yeah. This
I
winter has been
I can't see it.
brutal.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, Steve, it's
bad.
snowing.
Look,
Sorry,
it's
can't
snowing. Can you see?
But do you have a question? Where's Dad?
And he's
He's like right. Okay. So we're gonna lie to him. We're gonna tell him that we're not recording right now. I just want to know for my own self how he feels about you racing. But I'm really recording, and he's gonna be on the podcast too.
Hey, Eric, come here.
We need
Can I
you.
give him my earbud?
Sure.
That way he can hear. Okay.
We're not recording though. Other one.
Yeah.
What's
Right.
up, bud? I want your perspective. What do you think about her racing? Obviously, you're the daredevil. I heard you ride bikes and shit. So, what's your take on her racing? Are you super stoked? Are you nervous as shit? I mean, I'm a dad too. My kid's not that old yet, but you know,
Well, it's a little bit of both. I mean,
Yeah.
she stole my quad. Yeah, she stole my quad.
Oh yeah,
So
I did hear she stole
just
the
go
quad.
fast. She just go fast. I don't. That's kind of a bummer. But my biggest thing is trying to get her skills drawn in. So
Yeah.
she wants to go fast, okay, but she has to have the skills to back up. So I fine tune the small things. It probably annoys her, but so I'm a little bit between worried and excited. You
Mhm.
know, I want her to do good, and I want her to go fast, and I want her to be successful. But at the same time, I want to make sure that she's safe.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
if she's out there just trying to go fast, you know, and not put the rest of the work into it, I get upset.
Yeah,
And she knows
for
that about
sure.
me.
Yeah.
And they said you used to race too, right?
Yeah.
What classes were you running? How long ago? Like it
I was just
recently?
running local. I didn't run AMA.
Oh, okay.
So basically it was just local, and we started like my wife said, we used to do a lot of horse stuff and horse
Mhm.
shows and stuff like that. I wasn't really a big fan of it. It kind of got to the point where I stopped going because I was not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, these things are expensive and they're not that fast or pretty or you have to clean up after them. Let's just get toys.
The pretty ones are
So,
very expensive.
so what I started doing, I actually started making our own toys, right? I started making these random go-karts. I had a golf cart with a 440 snowmobile engine in it. We got it up 56 mile an hour. And I mean, the suspension wasn't set up. It was just had a big motor. It was terrifying. It was really terrifying. But then I had to get rid of that because my daughter was trying to, not this one, the other one, was trying to go too fast with a bunch of people on it. And I'm like, this is going to kill people. So I got rid of it. I started another project. I built it was kind of like a one person sand rail with actually, I think I had another snowmobile engine in that one. Snowmobile engines, they just put the most power down with the torque converters and all that stuff. So it was just
Hmm.
thrown together. And I only had a couple $100 in these things, but I had like
Nice.
hundreds of hours of time. So it
Yeah,
finally got to the
I
point where
hear
I'm
you.
like, okay, well, let's just get real bikes.
Yeah.
COVID happened and, everybody couldn't do anything. So we started actually getting bikes and going outside and doing it. And my first four-wheeler I got from my brother down in Texas. So he had it back when or he bought it when it was 2004. Okay, he bought it brand new. Back then I had a Raptor. We raced all the time, just me and him rode around trails and did a bunch of stuff. I could always beat him, right? So he kind of got scared off of that thing and it sat in his garage for 12 years, right?
Shit.
Very, very low hours. But he lived in Texas, so he couldn't ride. It was too freaking hot.
Yeah.
So he said, "Hey, $500, come down here and get it." Right? I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do this."
Right.
So I started with that. I think I started riding racing first, and then
Hmm.
my son jumped in shortly after that with he wanted a dirt bike, so he started going dirt bike, and we jumped on with her when she got a little bit of an itch. So I'm like, "Okay, well, you're only 15 years old, so we can't
14.
14 years old, so we couldn't race her on anything. So I'm like, okay, well, the rules are, you know, you, it's got to be less than, I think it was 300 cc's.
Hmm.
I think less than 300 cc if you're under 16. She didn't want to ride a dirt bike, so she wanted a quad. So I think you heard most of the story from them earlier, but
Yeah.
my
Stole
perspective is a little
your
different
stole your shit.
because so no, we started her on smaller bikes that weren't really that great, and I knew they weren't great. First, it was a blaster. That was just a dumpster fire.
Oh, I hate that thing.
She hated that thing.
I
I think she
hate those
did
things.
maybe a couple laps around the yard, and she's like, "Nope, I don't like it."
I
So I'm
hate
like, "Okay,
blasters
well,
and I hate those
yeah,
stupid banshees. Oh my god.
yeah."
I hate those things.
How about a DRR?
Man. I had
But
a Raptor 660. That was what I had.
yep.
That was my dream
I had
quad.
one back in '03. I had '01 Raptor 660, and it was fast. I loved that
Yeah, they
thing.
are.
Trashed myself a couple times on it, but no. So I started running the carbureted one for a while, and I decided to step up for fuel injected. I got a 2018, and so I was racing that. She was racing my old quad,
Hmm.
and um series of events, it ended up blowing up. I mean, it was old, it was original. So it ended up blowing up, and I did everything that you're supposed to do to the carbureted model to make them fast. Board stroke, board polished, bigger valves, bigger injectors, bigger carburetor. Ended up putting a 42 millimeter carburetor on it. So I mean, this thing was just stupid. And I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
you're gonna go fast now. You might be able to keep up with me, right? Well, it had too much go, and she couldn't control it, right?
Mm.
So she'd be coming out of the corner and spin it.
Yeah,
She didn't have
yeah,
the weight to hold it down. So I'm like, okay, try mine. I'll try this one, and she never got off of it, so she still has it.
and here we are.
And I've rebuilt my 480 now a few times and finally got her dialed in. She's fast, but
Nice,
very unreliable. So I don't race anymore, you know, because you go out to a
nice.
race and I might get a half a race. I might get one moto out.
Hmm.
Like that's no fun for me. I
Yeah,
got to keep tinkering with this thing the whole time. I can't focus on what she's trying to do and
yeah, yeah,
focus on she's trying to be safe, or if she's out in the same race as me, I can't figure out where she's at. And so it makes me
yeah,
really nervous. So just one more thing to add on top of me racing is her racing. I'm
yeah,
really looking forward to a
definitely.
race.
Did you have fun down at Deckers?
Oh, I had a blast. Yeah, I loved it.
I still haven't
Loved
gotten there
that place.
myself. I hope next year I can get down there if I can figure out timing for work and shit. I hope to get down there
You
myself.
ride quad?
Well, I did till I sold it to my neighbor. Now I don't.
You'll have that.
I don't have any time. All I do is work. I work full time. I have my kid full time. I run my business full time. So
Yep.
when it's not race season, it's hunting season. Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, we never
I
never
told
got
them.
in, I mean, we never really did the hunting thing. That's just I mean, his son tries it a little bit, but I did it when I was younger,
Mhm.
and when I had all the kids, it was just like there wasn't the extra money for it. So
Yeah. Shit's expensive. That's what I was
yeah,
telling him.
so
This is the first year in I think 8 or 9 years, whatever it's been since I started, that I couldn't even afford to. I didn't hunt a single day this year. It's just too much trying to catch up on bills from the race season and all. It's too much.
yeah,
Too much.
yeah, it is. And you got wrenching, so
Mhm.
luckily I built a shop out in our barn that will fit a couple bikes in it, and I can tear some down and keep
Okay.
warm
Nice.
and work out there. So that really helps for the winter time, and
Yep.
so everything
For sure.
should be up to par by the time it comes to race season. And I mean, the quads are all good right now. The dirt bikes are all good right now. It's Tom working on her bike. She's trying to
Nice.
get her bike going so she can go bang herself off a curb somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you got plenty of time to make sure she's set because I won't see you until I guess no, Baja Acres is first. So I'll see you at Baja Acres.
Yep.
So
Do
yep.
you go to all the races? All the
I don't go to all of
nationals?
them because I follow my D6 series. So I'll be going to the last 4 nationals because 2 of them, Budds Creek and Pleasure Valley, they
Yep.
intertwine with my D6 schedule. But then I'm also going to go to Briarcliff and Baja Acres too. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'll be at the last
Baja.
4.
That's about 3.25 from us right now.
Yeah,
That's the
okay, that's what they were
closest
saying.
national race.
Yeah, and then I'll be
Now they're
somewhat
not doing
close
Red Bull this
in
year.
Tri-City Raceway as well. That's like I told him it's between like Erie and Pittsburgh. I told him you guys should come out to that one. It's a D6 race, but it's always a good time.
We got to get down to Ohio area. It seems like everybody likes to ride in Ohio and Pennsylvania and
Yeah.
all over there. There's a lot more riding. I mean, even all the bike parks, they're all down there. So there must
Yeah.
be a lot of quad guys in your district.
Yeah, I know NEATV, their series is done, so we're hoping that most of those guys come to ours and race our D6 this season. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. But I just wanted to get your opinion too.
Yeah.
You were home and I heard you were the daredevil, so I'm like, all right, well, I want to at least
I mean,
hear what he
she
has to say.
worries me. She worries me because she wants to go fast. So
Don't we all? I did tell her, Dad. I pulled the dad card. I told her, don't, when you're going to be stupid, only go half stupid. Don't go full stupid like we have done.
yep.
Do it in the right environments. We already
One thing
talked
she
about
did tell you
speed.
is the area that she ended up breaking her foot on.
Mm-hmm.
I went out the last race at um that place that we're racing. It was the last race there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and do it. I'm gonna clear that jump. I have enough speed. I'm gonna do it. Quads can do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have enough compression. You have to have enough speed and go. I tried going for it. I completely wadded everything. Blew my axle out. Blew I bent my axle so bad it broke my carrier housing.
Shit.
What else did I do?
Did you break a tire, like a rim?
No, there's something else happened. I blew something off coolant hose or something like that. I mean, it was a twisty, hard impact. But I didn't break
It
my foot.
happens.
I didn't break my quad.
But I almost made it. I made it just about as far as she did.
Yeah, you had the trying to save it version of mine.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I didn't try to save it. I didn't even know it was gonna happen.
Well, for next time, give it more gas and don't case it.
I don't think I could actually hit that jump.
I just don't think we can make it unless she has a lot more suspension work done and has it tuned in a little bit more and she gains a little weight. I don't think there's any chance she's gonna be able to spring it.
Oh,
I
man,
think I
what's
gotta
that?
do middle double first.
What's that line from the movie Blended
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore? It's like the scene where the daughter needs to bulk up for the season, and he's saying
What?
eat steak tips and pork chops or something only to the
I
boyfriend.
remember the scene, but I can't remember the exact term or I can't remember
Yeah.
the actual.
That's what just came to mind when you said if she can
Because she's
gain
like a wrestler or something like that, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, she needs to bulk up.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, you can try. My buddy that
There's
lives in
other ways to
Florida,
bulk
he's
up. She's trying to hit the gym.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
gym's scary.
You already saw my pregnant stomach, so I don't do the
It was just
gym.
the camera. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah,
And
definitely
lighting.
the camera and adding a 10-pound baby to my stomach right there. But all right, Morgan, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. You know the name of the game. Life is fast. That's the name of the podcast. What is, or what I should say is, what do you feel are your keys so far to being successful with your work-life balance between school, you did say you worked, and racing? What do you think? What do you think helps you so far keep a good balance of all that stuff?
Starting off with school, the way I do it is just as soon as work's handed to me, get it done. As soon as it gets handed me, turn it in. Same day, same hour to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
For work, mostly I just give them a heads up and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I do moto this, this, and this. Here's my schedule. I like to take most weekends off in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
but in the winter, work as many days as I can because that's when I'm off the most. That's when I can make the most money. And then most of that, they just give me a few hours that's still able to make money. And I still get time to do practice rides or go to my races.
Mm-hmm.
I have it so worked out that it just seems easy at this point.
Well, that's good. You got your ducks in a row. Keep them lined up. That's what makes it easier for sure. It keeps you more organized, keeps you disciplined, and it makes, when you get to the racetrack, a smoother experience too, for sure. Dad, tell me, how do you and mom handle your work-life balance?
Well, it's not too bad. I mean, where I work, I have a decent amount of PTO. So just as long as I'm not taking whole weeks off, a couple days a week doesn't really usually affect me too much.
Okay.
So the finances don't really go behind because I have the time off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went to Decker this a couple weeks back, and I burned a lot of PTO up for this year, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that up. But
Yeah.
um, uh, it doesn't really affect me all that much. My wife's a little bit different because her job, it's a little bit harder for her to get away.
Mm-hmm.
So if she wants to take a couple days off to travel 7, 8 hours away, we can't just leave Friday. We have to make sure we're leaving Wednesday.
Mm.
So she has to be able to take 2 to 3 days off, where it's a little bit easier for me, but it wouldn't be something that she'd be able to come down later. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the tricky part is the basic amount of time off. I mean, I don't really bring my work home with me, so it's
Mm.
once I leave work, I leave work.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
yeah,
I
so
was I was just talking about that today. I actually I heard you were a trucker, so I actually dispatch truckers, and I am the only hourly employee at my job. 6:30 I clock in, 3:30 I clock out. I don't care what happens until the next morning when I come in.
yep.
It's when I'm done, I'm done, and that's it. I don't
I,
work
I
nights,
actually
weekends.
I actually used to be a trucker. I haven't really drove truck in a while now. I
Okay.
work for an environmental company
Oh,
and
okay. Cool.
moved through the ranks, and now I'm actually a supervisor.
Nice.
So I might drive once or twice a month, which is
Yeah.
most of the time I'm just running crews, run jobs.
Nice.
Um, Anything that I can really do at this point, I can do from my phone. So if I am
That's
away,
convenient.
if somebody needs to get a hold of me for a question on something or advice on something or an issue with employees or something like that, they can just call me and I can deal with it through the chains that I would normally deal with it.
Nice.
So
That
so
that
that
makes it a
that
lot
doesn't
easier.
yeah, so that doesn't really affect too much. If back when I was driving truck, that would be extremely difficult to try to take multiple days off. I mean, you know how that works. You don't
Yep.
drive, you don't make money.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so we're making it work. I mean, you go through the paces, and the kids are getting older, so it's a little bit easier. They're a little more self-sustained, and
Mhm.
they're all driving now. So I mean, if it came down to it, they could all run down there. And she has a bigger truck than I do, so she could pull the camper down.
Nice. Nice.
And
Like my diesels.
and so I
Don't
mean,
we
it's
all?
it's 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 not really that bad. I mean, the work doesn't really affect too much of it, just as long as you can get the time off.
Nice. And last question before I let you guys go for the night. What do you think one piece of advice you can give to somebody when they are starting out trying to get into being a racing family?
That's a tough one.
That's
Starting
the name
out,
of the game.
okay, so
Yep.
starting out would be quality equipment. You need to start with quality equipment. So if you start out with something that's broken and you got to work on it all the time and well, okay, well, I could actually bring that back. So it goes both ways. So we started with broken equipment, and you learn how the thing operates, and you learn how to work on it. You learn what it does when it's doing this, so you understand your machine. I guess learning. Oh man, there's so many different ways you can go with it. You need to understand your machine. You need to understand your time. You need to understand what you're doing and your goals. So once you understand those, then you can step up to a better quality machine. So you don't have to worry about the maintenance issues and the breakage issues and the wore out machine and
Mhm.
this and that. I mean, not everybody has a lot of money to throw at a machine when they first start racing, but if they
Yeah, for
do,
sure.
good for them. But most people don't.
Yeah, ain't that the
So
truth?
I would say get your goals in place. Understand if it's really what you want, because when you want to do it, you actually got to throw it all in.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and,
It's good advice for sure, for sure.
and see if I left anything for her. You got to have something for a new. How about a new rider?
I don't know. I just wung it. Like, just threw me on, and I figured it out as I went.
So, your experience of just being thrown into it, give a piece of advice for somebody that's not just going to get thrown into it and wants to get into it. Give it from the rider's perspective.
Obviously, know what you're getting into first, because
Say they
this is
don't.
more
They
than a
just know
hobby.
it's racing. Just pretend they don't. They see a friend race. They don't know shit about it. They just know it is fun and exciting. Give them a good piece of advice. Be more specific than just know what you're getting into. I know you're smart. I know you know the answer. Let's hear it.
I feel like being thrown into it, you can at first think it's just all fun and whatnot, but it will also have a mental part, because you can be like, what if I'm doing it wrong? What if I don't know how I'm doing it? And just a whole bunch of what ifs. And like, you just got to think about it and get to the point where you're like, I know what I want, and I'm going to figure out how to get there. Even if I know nothing, you figure it out as you go.
See, told you knew the answer. There was no wrong answer. You
There's
just
one
had
thing
to
I'd
figure
add
out
to it,
what you wanted to
the
say.
support. She needs to have support.
Mm-hmm.
New rider, anybody new to racing has to have some sort of support, whether it's the parents, their grandparents, their friends, their coworkers, or their anybody. You got to have somebody to support you, otherwise it's really hard to actually want to do.
110%.
So I think that's where she's got a lot of support. She got her brother's support, she got her mom's support, my support, all her family support, and so that's basically what she needs.
Yep.
We're summoning my brother.
You want one more to add on to this?
Hey, sure. Join the party.
Here,
How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? Tell us who you are.
tell him who you are.
Give him an earbud. Daddy can't hear without it.
He's working on it.
He's like, wait, what?
I'm here.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Eric. I'm a brother.
Sorry to hear that. I mean, nice to meet you. All right, so we're wrapping up the podcast. You know, name of the game is Life is Fast. I focus on work-life balance. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, so you're young too. Now we just got your dad's
twins.
perspective, your sister's perspective. Give us your perspective on how you balance work, school, racing. What are your keys to keeping your life balanced?
There's not really much to it. They tell me to ride, and we get something figured out to go ride.
Yeah, be a little more specific.
I don't know what to say.
You go to school, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a job? Okay. And you race. That's a lot to balance, especially as a young adult. So what do how are your grades in school? How do you handle, doing your schoolwork and giving enough time to still take care of your job, take care of your racing for practicing and motos? What's your go-to schedule, so to speak, to how you handle to make sure everything is covered?
Well, I would say I try to get as much work done as I can do in school, and then when I come home, if I have to work, because I normally only work on the weekends, so that way I can do stuff during the weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll try to get as much work done as I can when I'm home. And well, right now it's winter, so I can't ride. So I just play my game. That's about it.
And how does it work with your job? Is it easy for you to take off for you guys to do your racing on the weekends?
Well, I got this job after the race season, so I'm not really sure yet. But I don't know if they're going to be very lenient. So I'm probably going to have to quit during the summer. Don't really want to, but I think I might have to.
Well, piece of advice: bring up the conversation plenty ahead of time.
I have. I know.
Give him that schedule and say, here's my schedule, and even tell him, say, I don't want to, stop working, but sacrifice some of your game time during the week for
Yeah.
working, and that's coming from, yes, a dad. My kid is 11, and I
100%.
tell him, work harder than I did. So give up a
Yeah.
little bit of that game time. I mean, I was a hardcore gamer, believe me, from God, your age until shit. Jesus, probably 33, 32, 33 is when I stopped gaming hardcore. So I do know, but my recommendation is definitely talk to them. Don't just think that you have to quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give it that
I,
little bit of effort and show them
mhm.
that you still want it. Try
Well,
work a couple days during the week,
yeah, yeah, yeah. My manager's really cool. So, she's like, we can't work around stuff. If I do need you, I can just call you in. And I'm like, that'll work. Cause she said that I'm able to come back after, like, when I, like, when I to.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that works. See, I got everybody's perspective tonight.
Yeah, you got a whole family.
I know, super family edition. I'm gonna have to put some special labels on the screen or something now. Shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been an awesome time getting to know you, Morgan, Ara, Ad, brother. I mean, it's family edition for sure. That's the first. I'm gonna let you guys all go. It was nice meeting you. I will see you guys at least Baja. Morgan, keep kicking ass. Get yourself to Briarcliff because I'll be there too.
Get there.
Don't forget, I owe you a picture. So you're never going to look as good without a UFP picture. Trust me. Yep. All right. So you
We
guys have
appreciate it.
yourself
Thank
a
you.
good night.
Okay, bye.
This is Life is Fast. Why ride slow? Have a good night, everybody.